Patrick, wrap this up, please. I'm ready for you and your spleen to get off my screen. Now, when I tell you Katisha pissed me off so much on this episode, but she's about to learn real quick about the decision she just made. And Kal, what is going on? I've been rooting for you and Sarover. Please don't piss me off. Don't do too much.
Kay Unscripted, no teeth restricted. In this journey, watch our stories unfold.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Kay and this is Kay Unscripted. Today we're going to be recapping Love is Blind UK Season 2 and we're on episode 4. Now before we get into it, I just want to take a minute and tell y'all, go ahead and like this video. Have you subscribed to the channel? And I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for continuously clicking my videos and for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Now y'all, let's get into this recap. So we left off in episode 3 with Patrick and Aanu having the talk, and he's saying that he's going to follow his spleen. Patrick said he's looking for someone who rocks his world and he didn't find his person here. He said he's sorry for disappointing Aanu or wasting her time, and I'm just like, yeah, you did definitely waste her time. She starts to cry, but let me tell you something, Aanu, this is a blessing, because you're talking about y'all were aligning where? You knew very well your goals and the things that you were trying to achieve wasn't making any type of sense. So, girl, it's a blessing. Say thank you and let's move on. The next date is with Bardha and Jed. Now, this was the shortest engagement I have ever seen. What I really liked about this engagement is the fact that Jed mentioned wanting to ask her dad and her brother's hand in marriage, and he's probably going to do that once they get outside of the pod. But this was short, cute, and nice. It was giving everything that I expected it to give. She said yes, and congratulations to Jed and Bardha. Now it's the reveal for Kieran and Megan, and it was cute, short, and fast as well. Nice interaction between these two. I bet we were all wondering why he didn't kneel down. I think I mentioned it in my previous episode recap. And he said he wanted it to be the first and only time that he does get down on his knees. It sounded a little bit corny, but it was cute. Okay, Megan loved it, so I like it. And these two look like they are genuinely into each other. Now let's talk about Katisha playing with my boy Demola. Okay, so they go into their date and instantly he can pick up that her energy is off, that something just doesn't feel right to him. He's asking her like, what is going on? Are you okay? You seem a little bit off. This girl says that, her connection with the other guy is stronger. So she breaks up with Demola, okay? He is shocked. He's like, what is going on? I didn't see that coming. I was shocked, he was shocked, we were all shocked. Not what I was expecting at all. He asked her, why did you say your decision won't change? Because clearly now your decision has changed. See, she says, we get on well, but the romantic connection wasn't always there. Y'all, I literally yelled at the screen like, what? I am shocked. This man has courted you from the beginning. He was going to propose to you. You knew all of that. You told him your decision is not going to change. What? Katisha, I am so tired of you, girl. Anyways, he wishes her the best. Good luck, because you're going to need it having to deal with Javen. I promise you that. Because you just left a man who was ready to give you the world for someone who wants you to propose to him. This is just pure madness. Once Demola heads back to the guys' quarters, they all surround him with love and support once he breaks the news to them. And you can see that everyone is just taken aback. They cannot understand why she would choose to go with Javen over Demola. Anyways, she now goes on her date with Javen. He gives her some mediocre speech. You could tell that he's literally forcing himself to say he wants to marry her because he knows he's about to waste this girl's time and he just cannot wait to do that. If she thinks she deserves mediocre, Katisha girl, have at it. But she says yes to the proposal, the mediocre proposal that is. And when I tell y'all, I wanted to skip past that first proposal. I really wanted to. Y'all thought that was it? Okay, so he walks back into the guys' quarters, bragging about proposing, and someone said this was a bit of a sticky situation. Here's what Javen said. He said, that's women. They don't know what they want. And I'm like, what? Not you talking like that about the woman you claim to fancy so much? Did y'all peep how Demola applauded for him though? He was cheering him on. He was congratulating him. His facial expression told us exactly what he wanted to say. This is the fool you picked over me. Demola, he deserves so much better. As a matter of fact, you dodged the bullet because Katisha doesn't know what she had. Up next is the reveal for Bardha and Jed. And again, this was yet another cute interaction. They two seem very fond of each other. He proposes to her again. She says she loves him. He said he loves her, and it was cute and nice. Up next was the reveal for Javen and Katisha. He too proposes to her again. I do not see the chemistry between these two at all. At some point, it kind of looked awkward. He was already talking about jumping in the shower with her, and we already know what Javen wants from Katisha. But it's up to her to figure it out and realize that she made a mistake. That's on her. So now, all of the engaged couples head to vacation to Cyprus. The first couple we see is Kal and Sarover. They're enjoying each other. He said he wants to meet Katisha to stand up for Demola because he just doesn't understand what went down and he wants to hear her side of the story. Sarover said that Katisha kept her cards really close to her chest and she did seem genuinely torn between the two guys. And I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. Kal said he needs clarity and he wants to hear her explanation. Now, here's where things got a little bit sticky for me. They start talking about their usual types. Sarover said that Kal is her usual type. He, on the other hand, said that she isn't his typical type. He usually has gone for British girls, blonde, blue eyes, and that is quite the opposite of what Sarover is. Now, in her head, she's already thinking, because there are a few of the other girls who are engaged and girls who were in the pods who are exactly that. And she's concerned that he's not into her like that. I do feel though that Kal did a good job of reassuring her that it really didn't work out with his type, and so he's willing and ready to make it work with her. Is that going to be enough for Sarover? I don't think so, and we're going to see that come up a little bit later in the episode. Now, Katisha and Javen are on a date. He asked her, "What did you think about me?" She said she was intrigued. She also asked him the same question. He said he's never dated someone with a Scottish accent. And the man does not even consider her as his fiancée. In his confessional, he said she's just a girlfriend. That's the man she married. Then we see Ashley and Billy, and I love these two. Unproblematic, they're just filling on each other, they're gushing over each other, they're all over each other, they're happy with each other. I love it. Then there's Bardha and Jed. They're on a date as well. They both just reassure each other that they're into each other, they're loving what they're seeing, and they're looking forward to meeting the family. So it's the next day, and Billy and Ashley, they're working out, and they said that they enjoyed their first night together. Love it. Then there's Katisha and Javen. They also said that they enjoyed their night together. He kind of insinuated that they slept together, but he didn't say it for sure. He talks about their proposal day. He says he was ready to go home. Demola was very confident about being engaged to Katisha. He also said it was a messy triangle, but she said she doesn't want to talk about it clearly. She's probably seeing that she made the wrong decision, so she doesn't want to talk about Demola. But that's okay. Now, the couples are meeting up together. The first couple that comes in is Billy and Ashley, followed by Kal and Sarover. And for me, I just felt like Kal hugged Ashley a little bit too long. I was feeling uncomfortable for Sarover. Up next was Katisha and Javen, and followed by them was Bardha and Jed. And Megan and Kieran were the last couple to come in. Now, usually when the couples come together, one thing everybody wants to know is who slept with who. But the guys are not spilling any tea. They're not telling anything, and I love it. Katisha, Bardha, and Ashley are talking, and they're talking about how they've said I love you to their partner, and their partner has said I love you to them. So, but Ashley and Bardha are both saying that they have had that experience, and they ask Katisha if she has had that experience with Javen, and she's like, "Oh no, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say something unless it's meaningful." And they're just looking at each other like, "Oh yeah, it's going to come." No, it's not going to come, because that man don't even acknowledge her as his fiance. He said that's his girlfriend. So she gets up and she goes over to where Javen is. Again, no chemistry. You could tell that the girls can immediately pick up that something is off between those two. And so Ashley and Bardha are still speaking. Ashley says she feels like some couples need to explore a little bit more. And I'm pretty certain that she's referring to Katisha and Javen, because we do see chemistry between all the other couples except these two. Now we zoom in on a conversation between Sarover and Ashley. Ashley asks her if she's comfortable with Kal. Sarover says yes, she is very comfortable with him. He always gives her compliments. And she says that Kal told her that she's not his typical type. So she tells Ashley that he is usually into blonde white girls. And looking over, he's sitting next to Bardha. Blonde white girl. She said that makes her feel a bit insecure, and she has found herself overthinking and asking a bunch of questions as to where she stands with him, because she is very guarded. Ashley then tells her, you need to open up, you need to be a little bit vulnerable and let him know what is going on. Now is not the time for you to put your guard up or to put your walls up. Please let him know how you're feeling. And I'm pretty sure Kal is going to reassure her, because he did say that his typical type hasn't worked out for him. So going with someone that isn't his type is something that he's really willing to explore. Kal is still upset for Demola, and it's upsetting him and his homeboys, okay? And it's upsetting me and my homegirls too. So he said he wants to have a talk with Katisha to find out why she made the decision that she made. So he decides to pull her for a chat and tells her what the hell happened. How come you're here with Javen? Because Demola was so certain that it was going to be him. Javen thought it wasn't going to be him. He was all in the guy's quarter talking about you having to engage him and it not really going that way. So what the hell happened? She said it was a hard decision and it was nothing against Demola. Kal says, oh, don't worry, he's going to be just fine. He did nothing wrong. He's going to dust himself off and he's going to keep it pushing, period. Because guess what? She's going to see that she made a big mistake. Kal then asked her, well, why did you change your mind? She said her connection with Javen was stronger. And I'm just like, girl, where was the connection? The guy was pretty much telling you, I'm not going to be putting all the effort in on these dates because it's not necessary at this point. He's telling you, well, if you feel like your connection is stronger with the other guy, do what you want. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy this drink. What connection? Did we miss it? Is the connection in the room with us somewhere? Under the table? Where is it? I want to know. But Katisha is just trying to prove to herself that she made the right choice. She said, I definitely made the right decision. Let time show you, because from the trailer, it's given that man don't want you. Y'all, this is where the episode ends. Tell me all of your thoughts on this episode. How are you feeling about Katisha? What do you think about Kal telling Sarover that she isn't his typical type? Would that put you off? Do you think Sarover has a reason to feel insecure? Share all of your thoughts with me. Who is your favorite couple so far? Please leave it in the comments. Let's talk. Y'all have been so quiet. I need to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more recaps like this one. I'll see you all soon. Bye.